Executive Order 13824, the National Youth Sports Strategy. So President Trump has put an executive order because he sees a problem. He's identified that youth sports is dropping, and he's trying to find a way to curb that. So with that, there's going to be funding and promotion of sports, and it's going to have a focus on inner cities and make sure everyone has an opportunity to play sports, which they're not used to or whatever. But I'm not a big fan of the government getting involved in anything because they screw it all up. But there's going to be funding, and it's going to be interesting to see where that funding goes. So what's going to happen is the funding's going to go, it's going to be taken by the same morons that screwed up. So I could see U.S. Soccer coming in with their huge money coffers they already have and extract that funding to distribute it out to whoever they want, probably the DA program, to make it more color friendly, we'll say. But I'm curious what they're going to do with it. But anytime you get the government involved, which is really not effective with what they do, they're going to waste that money anyways. But it's a nice thought. It's now bringing a lot of attention to youth sports and the problems we have, and we do have problems. We have parents out of control. We got officials quitting at a huge rate on the news, and these are the numbers they threw out. I don't believe everything they say, but they seem accurate from what I've seen. 80% of officials are quitting within the first 3 years. So they have a referee shortage. And because of that, we have to pay extremely high prices to keep officials around, and even that's not keeping them, which makes sense because no one wants to be an official. You're going to get yelled at no matter what. You're going to have to break up fights. You're going to have to eject parents. You're going to have to do all these silly things because there's just too many nut jobs out there on the sidelines. You're just going to have problems. But the federal government's going to come with a strategy. I'm curious what they're going to do. But the one thing I would kind of love to see, in a way, I don't like force. I like freedom. But some of these parents need to be arrested. It'd be so cool, and I've said this several times on my podcast, I would love to have the power, because we all want power. I would love to have the power to identify parents acting stupid, screaming, stupidity on the sideline because they have no self-control, and arrest them with the power of the federal government behind me. That'd be so cool. And just go. If you like this podcast, you just might like my website. Go to CoachCameron.com to find more free content that you can learn about a different way of doing things. I have a website that shows videos and other free access to Facebook Live, Instagram, and other social media platforms that allow you to see what I actually do in person, and it's free. Also, Anchor is the app I use for this podcast, which is free to me. Not only is it free to me, but I get to make money off it. I make money when people listen to these ads. So if you are interested in starting your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Arrest people. We need to free up the jails. I think we arrest people for, drug crimes that shouldn't be crimes. Shouldn't fill our jails with all these human beings that are addicted to drugs. We should arrest and fill up the jails with parents that have no self-control, and they have to scream and yell at children, at referees, and all. That's who should be arrested. Fill the jails with that. That would be awesome. That's just kind of that'd be fun to witness, fun to be participate in. I would sign up for that. Just for a little bit. Just scare these parents a little bit. So we have an executive order by Donald Trump. I wonder what's going to happen now. But we do have a problem. I mean, you see it. I get panic attacks going to the soccer fields, knowing that I'm going to deal with these nut job parents. I can't believe sports has got to this point where you're like scared to go on the sideline because you're afraid on what you're going to see and hear. And for me, I get, anxiety attacks and all that because I will deal with it. And it's stressful knowing that, typically I'm in a leadership position when it comes to youth sports, and I have to deal with it because I refuse to allow that stuff to happen. We got so many problems with it just from coaches with their sarcasm and their accents, and they think they're so freaking funny, and parents actually laugh with them for whatever reason. And it's a problem. It's disgusting, and I wish people just chill. And I'm leading by example. I'm coaching college, and I don't say anything because I'm trying to be an example to the crowd that's behind me, and a lot of them are, in my academy and stuff, and they see that my program can win, and I say nothing. I just sit there. I just manage emotions. That's all I do. Because a lot of these kids I'm coaching in college, they come from these crazy programs of screaming and yelling and out of control. It's just, it's a problem. But yeah, we have the National Youth Sports Strategy, an executive order by Donald Trump. We'll see what happens. We'll see where the funding goes. I bet it goes in weird places, and U.S. Soccer somehow gets involved and just takes the money and then gives it however they want to give it out, which is disgusting, by the way. They shouldn't give them anything because they're part of the problem. Anyways, this is my message today. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.